Kwani and Jalen here. So here we go. Turn it over now.
Elgin, are you further along with your rehab than you thought you would be at this point?
Yes, sir. I'm actually ahead of schedule.
How did you feel out there Saturday?
I felt great out there Saturday. I felt like that's the best out of move in. Plus, it was my first time on the court in a long time, so I was just happy.
How'd you feel Sunday?
I felt great Sunday. I ain't feel no pain, no stiffness. It just felt good.
Talk about that low post rotation and how it differs from last year with all the injuries you got.
The low post, we could work more inside. We could get the ball more inside. We could be inside out to the outside in. You know, we could play big. We could play small. It just our coach had the lineup going.
Kwani, what do you feel like your role is this year, just coming back from injury, just trying to get in that rotation?
It's one of the things where I know D-Boss is going to be out till January, so I'm just trying to step in, be that leader that I can be. Elgin's one of our main captains. I'm trying to step into one of those roles. Just lead the team, make sure the team's consistent. We got a lot of people in this team that can score, so one of my jobs is try to get those people, put those people in the best positions possible so they can succeed.
Elgin, just don't want you to necessarily put it like a minute, by the minute thing, but how much do you think you can play here these first couple of weeks of the season in games? What do you think's your threshold?
My threshold right now is just worrying about it, like kind of swelling up a little bit. But other than that, I feel that I'll be able to play like the whole 10 first home games and still feel good after that.
Jalen, what's the transition been like for you jumping from high school into playing SEC ball? I know you haven't played any games yet, but is the competition any different in practice?
Oh yeah, competition is very tough. The speed of the game is quicker than high school. High school is kind of slowed down, and usually in high school, like the top stars, so really you ain't got to do that much, but still you show up night in, night out. Practicing the SEC, you got to show in every day and practice it in every day in the game. And haven't played the first game yet, but pretty soon I'm going to realize that it's going to be a big change from high school to college.
Jalen, I think Rick has compared you to Barry Stewart. How much did you see Barry play, and what do you think is similar in your games?
Barry Stewart, he was a great shooter, great defender. Coming from my high school, my coach really taught defense a whole lot. And me and Barry Stewart, defensive-wise, kind of same. Shoot threes, great. So really, he compared them two attributes to me and him the same.
Elgin, this is a pretty athletic team, maybe more athletic than last year, but maybe there's a big void left by Barry Stewart and Jarvis. Do you see yourself as one of those guys that has to fill that leadership role? For the team, there's a lot of talent, but who's the leader on this team?
Well, we're all leaders on the team. It's just that we have a vocal leader and one that lead by example, and I just happen to be one of the vocal leaders. Or whatever, and just try to keep my guys together when it's a down point.
You guys do things differently in practice, knowing you've got a lot of guys that are going to be out for a while, or kind of coming back off injury. Does that change how practice goes?
Don't change nothing. Practice goes the same as if it was playing like tomorrow.
Kwani, talk about the backcourt depth and the fact that Sean's playing this year and Jalen and Brian are in, and you're back, just how it differs from last year.
Yeah, as most of y'all saw, D had to play 35 to 40 minutes by himself at point. So this year, Coach brought in a lot of depth. Got Jalen that can shoot. Brian's good, can handle the ball. We got Sean's a knockdown shooter when open. So I just think, we got a lot of versatility at the guard, so it's going to be fun to watch.
Talk about Brian's game and what you've seen from him the first couple of weeks in practice.
Brian, out of all my years of playing basketball, he's probably the best offensive rebounder I've ever had to play against. He's tough to box out. He's one of those guys that when you look at him, he looks kind of skinny, but he's strong and he works hard.
Do you think it would take a few games to kind of find your guys' identity as a team offensively this year, just trying to mix those things together?
Yeah, I think it would be. I think when we first start out, we're gonna be kind of confused with what we want to do, but Coach Stanberg's I think he's gonna do a good job of helping us out with that. First couple of games, I think we're gonna go out and just play. We're going to have a structure what we want to do, but we're going to go out and play, and I think we're going to try to find out what's going to work best for us. But I think we'll get that together in the first few games.
The coach has probably said as much to you guys in practice as well. It's still trying to fill some things out there with the pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah, he hasn't really, set a stepping stone of what we want to do as far as game time situation. But this week, with our first exhibition coming up Saturday, I think we'll get more than that this week.
Jalen, how much do you expect to contribute this year?
A whole lot. We're depth in the guards position, man. It's a lot of rotation that's gonna come in and come out. So I'm expect to come in and give good minutes and at least help the team get a victory. So I think I'm gonna help out big time.
Tony, do you remember a game last year specifically where you were sitting on the bench going, this would be so much different if I was able to play, or at any point in the year where you thought, I could really come in and contribute and make a difference?
I said it was tough watching, but every game, I saw D was coming out gas, he was cramping a lot. In those times I always wish I was out there, especially playing Kentucky in the SEC championship game. He was cramping the last 5-6 minutes of the game. I feel like those times I could have been there helping him out.
Elgin, obviously, watching Wendell Saturday, he looks like a little bit different player. What have you seen in practice every day, and why does he look different? He's just natural, getting more comfortable on the floor with Wendell, or
his confidence level is getting more higher, and just practicing against me and Sydney every day, that you got to boost. It has to boost his confidence. But him developing as a player, his development is getting great as of right now.
Let's kind of talk about the progression of John Reek as well. He had a couple nice blocks out there. He's mastered the double pump jam, it looks like, a lot of games. Talk about how he's progressed a little bit, how he's coming along.
John Reek, he's running the floor real well. Last year we was kind of skeptical about him running the floor, but he grew up into that, running the floor real well, and he can also help us, with the blocking ability that we lost from Jarvis. But at the same time, we all know that he's not Jarvis. So John Reek, he's growing.
How tough is it to kind of find your role on a team where there's going to be so many different lineups, going through the season with D coming back or Nardo coming back at different points?
With that, I really don't know what I want to say, but it could be a big learning stage for everybody. Playing without those who are not eligible yet. So it could be a learning experience for those who are sitting out and for those who are playing. Knowing the substitution and rotation will be kind of balanced out.
Tony, could you hit on that real quick?
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things where I think for us as players, we have to play and then not worry about what we can't control. We just got to go out there every day and give it our best and play as hard as we can. And us as players, we can't make substitutions. We can't determine who gets the minutes. Only our play can determine that and how hard we're playing on the court. So I think that's something that we can't control. We just got to go out and just give our best effort at all times. And our minutes are just play where they fall.
How much are you guys just looking forward to playing an exhibition game finally? After all this talk in the off season from the media and the fans, and now we finally get to see you guys on the court.
Yeah, I'm ready to just play, man. I feel like 2 days felt like a whole year.
I'm looking forward to play to see where our chemistry is as us playing together. That's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm not, just worried about the exhibition game. I'm worried about us as a team. So we're basically pretty much a whole new team.
Yeah, and one thing, I don't know what Elgin's saying, like, Coach Cunningham that's, shot me several text messages at night saying that, he's been here 12, 13 years, how long he's been here, and this is probably the most competitive group that these coaches have saw. Every day, we compete. Like this weekend, the scrimmage was personal. The white and maroon, we took it personal. Off the court, we arguing every night who's gonna win. So I think it's gonna be good to get this exhibition, to get on this exhibition, so we all can come together as one team in jail.
Well, you comment on Jalen and the similarities you see between him and Barry?
Yeah, they, about the same height. They both can shoot. They both get out there defensively. Barry was probably one of the best defensive players I've seen or played with. So Jalen got he got ways to go to where he went to when he gets to that point. But they both knock down shooters, and I think Jalen's gonna help us a lot this year.
Tony, you were on opposite, teams with D Saturday, but there's a lot of talk about, and we saw it Saturday, D playing the two, and just kind of going back and forth between the guard positions. Have you played, in practice or in close scrimmages with D at the 2, and how do you feel about that perimeter-wise?
No, actually, I haven't yet. D's been playing, getting a lot of reps with the second team with Bryant playing at the point. So, I haven't really got as many reps with D playing at the 2 yet.
Is that it? All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks.